Welcome back to Fact Frenzy. Today, we're looking at 20 unbelievable facts that sound so fake, you'll think I made them up. But every single one of them is 100% real, backed by science, history, and reality itself. Let's jump straight in. There's a lake in Tanzania that turns animals into stone. Lake Natron's water is so alkaline that it can preserve dead animals in perfect statue-like conditions. The high pH literally calcifies them, turning them into eerie stone-like figures. It looks fake, like something from Medusa's myth, but it's very real. Canada has more coastline than the entire planet combined. Canada alone has over 200,000 kilometers of coastline, more than Russia, the US, Australia, and Europe combined. If you tried to walk the whole thing at a normal pace, it would take 37 years without stopping. Some turtles can breathe through their butts. During winter, certain turtles switch to cloacal respiration, absorbing oxygen through their backsides. It sounds like a joke, but it's a survival mechanism developed over millions of years. Russia once lost a nuclear submarine, and still doesn't know where it is. In 1968, the Soviet submarine K-129 disappeared in the Pacific Ocean, with 3 nuclear missiles on board. The USSR never found it, but the US secretly located the wreck at a depth of 5,000 meters. The CIA then launched Project Azorian, a mission to lift the sub off the ocean floor, using the Hughes Glomar Explorer, a ship built under the cover story of mining manganese. To this day, parts of the submarine and its nuclear warheads remain lost, and the ocean holds the rest. The moon has moonquakes. Just like Earth, the moon experiences quakes, and some last for up to 10 minutes straight. Scientists say certain moonquakes are as strong as small earthquakes, shaking the lunar surface violently. There's a volcano that shoots blue flames. Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano looks fake because it erupts with bright blue fire. The flames come from ignited sulfuric gases, glowing electric blue in the night like something out of a sci-fi movie. Frogs can freeze solid and come back to life. The wood frog can enter a frozen state during winter. Heart stopped, blood crystallized, no breathing. Then when temperatures rise, it literally defrosts and hops away, completely fine. There's a forest in Poland where all the trees are mysteriously bent. In the Crooked Forest, 400 pine trees curve sharply at their bases like question marks. No one knows why. Theories include gravity anomalies, snow pressure, and even secret military experiments. There's a country with no traffic lights at all. Bhutan has 0 traffic lights in its capital city. Instead, police officers stand in ornate booths and direct traffic by hand, and locals protested when the government tried installing lights. There's a spot in Africa where the Earth's magnetic field is so weak, satellites glitch above it. The South Atlantic anomaly stretches from South America to South Africa, and it's where Earth's magnetic protection dips dramatically. When satellites pass over it, radiation spikes so high that electronics malfunction. Astronauts on the ISS have reported seeing visible flashes in their eyes caused by cosmic rays. It's the only place in orbit where spacecraft regularly shut down sensors to avoid damage. Despite decades of study, scientists still don't fully understand why it exists. Most of the oxygen you breathe doesn't come from trees. Around 70–80% of Earth's oxygen actually comes from microscopic ocean organisms called phytoplankton. Forests help, but the real lungs of the planet are in the sea. A human brain can survive for minutes after the heart stops. Several minutes after cardiac arrest, the brain remains active. In rare cases, people have reported awareness or hearing conversations even when medically dead. It's one of the strangest biological truths we know. If these facts sound fake but fascinate you, hit subscribe and help Fact Frenzy reach more people. Some spiders can fly, without wings. Certain spiders release silk strands that act like parachutes and let them float for kilometers using Earth's electric fields. This phenomenon is called ballooning, and yes, spiders literally float through the sky. Your bones are stronger than steel. Human bone has a higher strength-to-weight ratio than steel. A cube of bone the size of a matchbox can support over 8 tons of weight. That's the equivalent of 3 cars. There's a living stone in Chile that looks like a rock, but bleeds when you cut it. The Pura chilensis looks like a normal round rock, until someone cuts it open. Inside, it's filled with bright red blood-like liquid and living organs. It's an animal, part of a marine species called tunicates. It can't move, grows in clusters, filters seawater, and reproduces by cloning itself. Locals actually harvest and eat it, even though it looks like something straight out of a sci-fi horror film. Saturn would float in water. Saturn is so light for its size, made mostly of hydrogen and helium, that if you had a bathtub big enough, the entire planet would literally float. There's a cave in Mexico filled with crystals taller than humans, and the air can kill you. Inside the Nika mine in Mexico lies the Cave of Crystals, home to giant selenite crystals up to 12 meters long and several tons in weight. The cave formed under extreme heat and humidity. Temperatures reach 58 degrees with 99% humidity, which can kill a person in minutes. The environment is so hostile that scientists exploring it must wear refrigeration suits and oxygen systems like astronauts. It's one of the most dangerous natural wonders on Earth, and it looks completely fake. There's a lake in Australia where waves produce glowing blue light every time they break. Jervis Bay, the water sometimes lights up neon blue at night, thanks to bioluminescent plankton called Noctiluca scintillans. When waves crash or people walk through the water, the plankton react and emit electric blue light. The effect is so surreal that it looks CGI, and tourists often believe videos of it are fake. But it's a real chemical reaction caused by stress on microscopic organisms. There's a mountain that moves, literally, a few meters every year. The Hoba meteorite in Namibia is the largest meteorite ever found on Earth, weighing around 60 tons. What sounds fake is that it's slowly sinking and shifting, because it's made of 84% iron and presses the soil underneath like a giant metal ship. Despite weighing more than a tank, it has no impact crater. Scientists think it fell at such a shallow angle, it skipped into the ground like a stone on water. A man once survived a brain injury that removed 40% of his brain and became smarter. A French man in 2007 had severe leg numbness, and when doctors investigated, they discovered his brain was mostly replaced by fluid, leaving him with only a thin layer of actual brain tissue. Despite this, he lived a perfectly normal life, working, driving, and raising a family. His IQ was slightly below average, but neurologists say his brain rewired itself so efficiently that he functioned almost normally. It remains one of neuroscience's biggest mysteries. Lightning can explode sand and create glass sculptures underground. When lightning strikes sandy soil, the extreme heat, hotter than lava, fuses the sand into hollow glass tubes called fulgurites. These formations can extend meters underground and look like alien fossils. Some fulgurites are so rare that museums treat them like meteorites or gemstones. A species of lizard in the Amazon is known as the Jesus Christ lizard because it can run on water. Basilisk lizard can sprint across the surface of rivers using its long toes and incredible speed. It slaps the surface hard enough to create pockets of air that keep it from sinking. It can run 20 meters before gravity catches up, a real-life miracle of evolution. And that wraps up today's list of facts that sound completely fake, but are 100% real. This world is way stranger and way more fascinating than we think. If you made it this far, you're officially part of the Fact Frenzy crew, and I appreciate you more than you know. Now I want to hear from you. Which fact blew your mind the most? Was it the crystal cave that can kill you? The living stone? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoy exploring the weird, the unbelievable, and the totally real, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss the next mind-bending episode. This is Fact Frenzy, and I'll see you in the next unbelievable video.